What's up everybody, Connor264 here, and today I'm going to be doing it's kind of like a review, but it's more like a, basically reviewing two different companies to see which one's better. And today, we're going to be looking at the Jazwares character, we're going to be looking at Sonic characters, Jazwares versus Tony. So let's get into this, and let's start with my main man. Let's start with the main protagonist of the games, Sonic the Hedgehog. Get my arm through here. Okay, let's start with the Tony one. The Tony one's the scope is amazing. The scope is awesome. It looks like Sonic. It actually, instead of looking like Sonic from Sonic Forces, like the game's based off of, this looks more like his old game. More like, one of his older games, like Sonic Sonic Adventure. See if I can get the pose in, kinda like that pose. But yeah, okay, now let's get the qualities pretty good. The scope is nice, except for some mispaints of the eye. Like this eye right here is actually going over this thing, like over his his eyeball thing. The scope is good, the paint job is good, and yeah. The only problem I have is he doesn't have a lot of articulation. See, he has one in the neck, his legs, and his arms. So that's basically all. Yeah, so now let's move on to Jazwares Sonic. The scope is alright. Well, to me the scope is pretty cool. I like the scope and I like the paint job of the character. But I have noticed by having him for a couple of years, he has some paint like right here for some reason he has gray right here for some reason. But in my Sonic, in the video I did when I got the video with him, with one of my other Sonics, that one doesn't have this weird thing right here, but missed paint job. And let's see, his great paint job, great scope, and what I like about this character more, you can do more stuff with him. Like, he has more poses, like with the Tony figure. He only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 articulations. He has like 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, he has 14 articulation points. Yeah. So who wins in this one? For me, I'm doing more like what I like, which one I like better. So, which one? The one that wins in this battle is Jazwares Sonic. So you be gone, Tony, you stupid Tony figure. Well, I do like some figures from Tony. Well, mostly like the badniks. So now let's do with Tails. So I have this. Let's start with the Tony figure of Tails. I hate this. I'm just saying, I hate this so freaking badly. Well, the face is nice. It's just the body's terrible. Everything of this figure is just shit. It's a piece of shit. So, whatever. Go fuck itself. With the Tony figure, that's the Tony figure. But with the Jazwares figure, It's kind of cool, but they just, well, for this one, when I got it when I was a little kid, you can tell it's all messed, you know, all over the place. You can tell he has some bad paint job. I mean, he has, like, stuff everywhere. You can tell his bangs are broken, because I had him when I was, like, 6, maybe. And yeah. Well, he was my second figure. My first figure was an old Sonic toy. He's, you know, he's kind of like this, but more broken. Like with this Sonic, he's one of my new ones. So let's get back what doing. So he has 5 articulation points. And the only thing, well, with the now figures of Tails, like the All-Star Racing one, he's more yellow, and that's the only one what's really kind of more of a color, because Tails is actually more of a yellow. Okay, basically Tails is, well, they kind of got the color right, but Tails is basically a mix, is more of this color and this color, basically kind of together. But he's more of a yellowish color, kind of. But the one what wins in this one is the Jazwares. So yeah. Now we move on with the Knuckles Tommy and the Jazwares Tommy figure. And the Jazwares Tommy figure of Knuckles. So let's see. Like always, we're going to start with Tommy. This figure I actually like. He looks pretty cool. He actually looks like he's Knuckles. And by knowing he's actually taller than the Sonic and the Tails. Like in the games, Knuckles is a bit taller than Sonic. And I like the figure very much. But the only problem is he's right here they messed up with the paint job underneath its neck. Like you can see all the red around it, but they kinda fucked up with it. I like this figure. This is basically one of the Tommy figures I actually like. Except for that Sonic one. I do like it, it's just not my favorite. What the? Oh no. You are not broken, you piece of shit. Come on. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix him later. He has a loose foot. That's real great. And he came with the. So yeah, found out he has a loose. His foot is kind of getting loose. Well, more it's like it looks like it's gonna break. And I never even mess with the Tommy figures. With the Jazwares figure, there's only one problem. Tails is taller than Knuckles and Sonic. And Tails is supposed to be smaller than Sonic, well, shorter than Sonic. And Knuckles is supposed to be taller. But most of the figures are all the same size. Well, they're all 3-inch figures, but that's... And you can also tell, this is actually my this is actually my first Knuckles. I do have a couple more. Like, I do have a lot of Sonic figures, but I kind of want to do the first figures I ever got. Like, with these figures, you can do a lot of stop motions and all that. And, yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's get to the detail. The scope is alright. Well, the scope is actually pretty cool. The paint job's good. And the, well, this one is freaking loose, so don't know how to retie his joints up, you know, how they do it. And with the other Knuckles figure, he can move his arms real good without, you know, making it look like he's trying to hit himself in the face like this. But, yeah, it's a pretty good figure. It's nice. So, oh yeah, one note stupid is, to me, I know there's this one YouTuber who prefers Tommy figures over Jazwares, but for me, I prefer Jazwares figures. And for me, this ain't just why, but to me, I believe Oh yeah, before we get to the which company actually wins, which company wins, Tommy figures are pretty good. Jazwares figures are pretty good. The Jazwares figures actually kind of like. I mean, the Jazwares figures I really like. The Tommy figures, the only ones I really like are some of the Booms and the classic characters like Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic, basically. Yeah. I wish they were going to, well, and also they have at least a Metal Sonic, what I do not have yet in my possession. The Tony Metal Sonic. Well, except for the Boom. But, and what else? Oh yeah. They were going to make a Eggman and an Amy. But thanks, Sega. Tommy doesn't have the license no more. They don't have the license no more. That freaking sucks. And I would really want to have a classic Eggman and a classic Amy again. Like, for Tommy, that would probably be cool. Because the only classic characters I really have, well, the only classic Amy I have is kind of like it's a miniature statue. It's probably like this big. And it's like, it basically came with Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Metal Sonic, and Super Sonic. And basically 6 characters, and they don't move. But yeah. And also, yes, get to the judge. So, the characters I believe would win are the, all the Jazwares figures. And before some of y'all Tommy fans say, oh no, but Tommy is better. Oh no, but Tommy is better than, but Tommy's better. I'm like, and then some people will say, yay. Well, they're basically just gonna say this. But Tommy's better than, that other stupid company where no one likes to talk about. And I'm just gonna say this. Not because I don't hate y'all if y'all don't like the Jazwares figures. To me, I like Jazwares. They're my favorite figures. Get Knuckles to stand. The only way I can really get the characters to stand up is to like this. And yeah, the Jazwares figures wins. So yeah, pretty much. And also before I end the video, don't get at me for this. I don't hate the Tommy Sonic figures. I love Tommy figure toys. Mainly, I like their Pokemon. Like, I have a lot of Pikachus, I got a lot of Charmanders, I got almost a lot of the Pokemons. And I like the scope and all that. I like the characters. I like the Pokemon characters. What Tommy make. And yeah, Tommy does make some good characters. Well, Tommy does make some cool toys, but with the Sonic franchise, they kind of went blah. Except for the classic characters. What I think would be cool is if what they did was, if they did what they did with those characters and put them on that. Like, give their, like, basically, why is only classic Sonic get to move his hand? Why does he get to move his feet? Why can the modern Sonic figure not do that? I think that's bullshit. I think when they did that, they could have done that with these figures. But they didn't, so, yeah. But I do not hate Tommy. They are a great company. And Jazwares and Tommy make great toys. And I can't remember what the name of the company now, what's taking over Sonic. I've looked at some of their statues and all that, and they actually look great. Even Green Hill Zone stages, part stages, were basically what one will come with sign and all them. So before I forget, I hope y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notifications to the videos. So, see y'all later. And see y'all next time.